Hi, I'm Susan Brown from Light Life Learning, and this is an Energy EFT video about surviving perfectionism. Okay, so if you are tapping along, you agree to take full responsibility for your own well-being, and also there's a blog somewhere nearby. There's a link to a blog that's paired up with this video. So, perfectionism. Sometimes people think it's a desirable thing to have. Perfectionism is something that we might write on a CV to lure in a prospective employer because we like very high standards, or we like to do things perfectly. But anybody who has perfectionist traits knows that it's hard going. Perfectionism can stop us from getting on with things. It can also be associated with a lot of anxiety and a lot of negative self-talk. If we find it hard to reach our own standards all the time, then we find ourselves putting ourselves down and maybe procrastinating, not starting something, or starting something and then not being able to finish it because we don't think it could possibly be good enough. So where does EFT come into this? Normally in EFT we laser in, focus on something that is a part of whatever the perfectionism is. But I'm going to keep this very general and just tackle perfectionism in general. Of course, when you're working by yourself or with a practitioner, you'll be looking at more direct symptoms or issues for yourself. Anyway, so if you place your hands on the heart center and take 3 deep breaths. And just notice how you're feeling right now. If you go to the Sue scale and just tune in and see where you're at. So, if you could put perfectionism on the Sue scale, where might it be? So if you have a lot of perfectionist traits and they're getting in your way and annoying you, you might be in the minuses when you tune into your perfectionism. And the other question to ask is, what does perfectionist look like on the plus side? When you can make perfectionism work for you, or else get it off your back, or whatever it is you want to do with it. So, if you have a number in mind, and just come back to the heart center again, take a deep breath. I have perfectionist traits. And sometimes it gets in my way. I can be very hard on myself. And about the things that I do. I can be very critical of myself. Because of my perfectionist traits. But I'm choosing to be more peaceful now. Even though I have these perfectionist traits. I allow myself peace. And I choose to notice when I'm having perfectionist thoughts, the kind that don't serve me. Maybe unrealistically high standards. Or black and white thinking. I choose to notice when I'm having these thoughts. Because when I notice, I can answer them back. Having a perfectionist thought, recognizing it for what it is, and bringing in a kinder or more realistic thought that supports me. I choose to love and support myself, even when I have difficult perfectionist thoughts. I choose to do my best, and I choose to know that I'm not perfect, that nobody is, that it's just part of being human. And even though I love to do things really well, I choose to enjoy doing this now. And I choose to love and appreciate myself. In all that I do. Okay, 3 deep breaths. And just close your eyes for a moment and just tune in to this whole idea of being a perfectionist and how it shows up in your life, and what traits or qualities you'd like to bring in to help yourself to feel better and probably do things much more effectively. And then take a look again at the Sue scale. I hope you can remember your number that you had. And I hope that that number has come up to a more positive one. And thank you for watching.